most fundamental freedom all of us has is freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. I want to live according to my own conscience and choose my own faith community and not be discriminated against for it. It's an intensely individual right.
What I have found is that no matter how good your religious freedom conditions are, if you haven't done the work ahead of time to do religious literacy, to be able to accept one another as equal citizens, then it only takes one event or even one leader to divide a community that can lead to violence based on religion.
People of all faiths and beliefs are discriminated against somewhere in the world. It's probably the most destructive form of tyranny and oppression.
IRF Secretariat recently participated in a groundbreaking conference in Jakarta, Indonesia, hosted by the Lemena Institute, to engage and partner with religious leaders, educators, and government officials to improve public policy and build religious freedom and social cohesion from the ground up through a new cross-cultural religious literacy program and multi-faith roundtables.
What's happening here in Jakarta, Indonesia, is constructive engagement, dialogue, and exchanges of thought leadership around the very important areas of humanity. And this conference is being held at a time when the world is in crisis.
Jakarta is a great starting point. The biggest reason is the success they're having with their cross-cultural religious literacy program. They've trained almost 6,000 teachers about Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, and building bridges across those faith communities.
Terlahir dari lingkungan yang homogen, saya terbiasa berinteraksi. Saya nggak punya teman yang berbeda agama. Setelah mengikuti pelatihan itu, sebetulnya belum terlalu tergugah gitu. Untuk yang benar-benar menjadi titik balik saya itu ketika saya mempunyai sudut pandang yang berbeda setelah saya ikutkan sudut pandang saya. Ya, tentang mereka yang berbeda agama.
Muslims are asked to teach about Islam, and that's natural here in a Muslim-majority country. But Christians are invited to teach about Christianity, and Jews are invited to teach about Judaism, Buddhists about Buddhism.
And the way Lemena introduced cross-cultural literacy really fits in the context of Indonesia. We have more than 700 ethnic groups, thousands local languages, and many major religions and local religions. So this one is actually the thing that can really complete the puzzle when we have so many things in the different colors.
We've met with teachers while we've been here in Indonesia who have shared with us how impactful it's been in their own lives to take these training for cross-cultural literacy and the impact it's having on their students. When you multiply that by 6,000, it's stunning, the kind of work they're doing here in Indonesia on cross-cultural literacy.
To me, what's really remarkable is that it's gone beyond theory and it's gone to implementation.
Jadi kemudian saya berkoordinasi dengan pihak sekolah dan saya ingin mengajak siswa mengalami secara langsung bagaimana mereka berinteraksi dengan umat yang berbeda agama. Ternyata awalnya saya takut mereka, tapi ternyata setelah pulang dari pura mereka antusias sekali gitu. Dan mereka juga mengucapkan terima kasih kepada saya.
This is a program that for them is new but very beneficial for our country, for our nation, especially for the of our nation.
This is a way to raise up a younger generation, to really change the way people look at one another when they can see somebody that's a different religion is no longer a threat. When these falsehoods they've heard about that aren't true, and then they just see them as a human being that believes differently than them.
IRF Secretariat facilitates religious freedom in action to help people of all faiths and beliefs engage each other cooperatively across their deepest differences. The multi-faith partnerships that are created develop mutual respect, trust, reliance, even love across faith communities previously isolated from one another. It is these newfound collaborations that build social cohesion, covenantal pluralism, peace, and prosperity.
I think it's very important to see what we can contribute to the world from our experience in Indonesia, in a world that is becoming more polarized, more divided. What can we learn on how we can coexist together?
Indonesia becomes a model for the entire region and other regions. Really it becomes a model for the world. That's what drives me, is to basically be involved in this fight in efforts to educate people about the true nature and the individual nature of freedom of thought, conscience, religion, and work with governments to get them to understand why it's in their self-interest to secure this right for every individual in their country. I'm optimistic because I see these organizations like the Lomina Institute that are working on the ground and building, social cohesion, building civil society, building multi-faith relationships. No matter who you are, no matter what your faith or belief is, every individual has a right to participate.